What is actually happening in the PAC? What is the truth behind Narius Moloto's expulsion? And what is the truth regarding Alton Mpeti's expulsion? Does the PAC have a leadership crisis? What time is it? It's question time. Hello and welcome to the show. My name is Mpotse. Yesterday on Question Time, we discussed the PAC leadership crisis. But if you were watching, you will agree that this discussion was far from over. As promised, we're back again today to finish off what we started. Mr. Narius Moloto, who is said to be, but insists that he is not, the former Secretary General of the PAC, has been accused of embezzling party funds and, as I have said, was expelled. He says he does not recognize that expulsion. How legitimate is Mr. Narius Moloto's expulsion from the Pan-Africanist Congress of Azania? On the other hand, Mr. Narius Moloto says the PAC has elected a new president, making Mpeti's presidency null and void. My guests are Mr. Alton Mpeti, the PAC president, and Mr. Narius Moloto, the Secretary General of the PAC. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You will agree with me. You look nicely dressed, PAC colors, but fact of the matter is that you are not in agreement. Both of you are saying you represent the PAC. In our discussion yesterday, we found out that there was a conference that was held in Botshabelo, which elected a new president, which therefore means that the gentleman sitting next to you, Mr. Moloto, is no longer the PAC president.
That's correct.
Can you confirm that?
I confirm that. He also can confirm that. The photos before us can confirm that. Everybody was there, and the elections were there. It was unanimous, uncontested. The person who replaced him was elected unopposed as the president. On that specific picture is when we were closing, that's when we were taking the oath of allegiance.
Okay.
So I can confirm the PAC has a new president. His name is Lutando Mbinda, the current president of the PAC.
Okay, I'm going to try and check if our camera 3 can get this picture. And in this picture, the gentleman sitting next to you is Mr. Mpeti here, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so this is Mr. Mpeti facing down. Now, Mr. Mpeti, you were at this conference which voted you out of the presidency of the PAC. Am I correct?
You're wrong.
I'm wrong. Did you attend the conference? Yes, so clearly.
I did attend the gathering.
Oh, the gathering or the conference?
The purported conference.
Okay. But now, what were you doing there in this gathering?
What happened when they organized the conference, I went to court after there were rumors that they are going to change the conference into a congress.
Yeah.
I then went to court on urgent basis to ask the court to interdict that conference would not go on. Mm-hmm. And when I went to court, unfortunately, the judge said, go to the conference, and if something sinister is happening there, you can come back to court for review.
Okay.
So my advocate advised me to go there, attend, but not recognizing it anyway, just to check what is happening there. Okay. So a letter was issued to all PAC members that we have their addresses, that the president is going to attend the so-called conference, but he's not recognizing it, just to clear the air. Then is when I went to that particular gathering.
Okay. Now, the court said it kicked out your application.
On agency.
Okay.
But the case is still on.
Okay.
Yes.
Mr. Moloto.
Yes, the court outcome.
Okay.
It's correct that he has applied to interdict, as you see, and this is the copy of the application and what he wanted. he wanted myself as the Secretary General of the PAC and the NEC of the PAC not to convene that conference or call any meeting.
Yes.
The court, as the ruling is what we have before you,
Yes.
that matter is struck off the roll with cost.
Yes.
So this matter is not before court. We are not aware of any other application that was brought. Now, what he wanted to do, he wanted to interdict that particular conference. He failed to do so.
Okay,
the conference proceeded. He attended. Now, and it was a legitimate conference of the PAC.
Mr. Mpeti, the document from the High Court says that the matter is struck off the roll with costs. Did your advocate perhaps communicate a different message?
No. What happened? This is the letter from Moloto's attorney asking us if we proceed with the matter or we withdraw. Because what he wants to do, he wants to tax Mr. Moloto. So what is going to happen now? I was in consultation today. We are taking the matter on a normal roll. So it's not true that it has been struck. It's struck from the agency,
okay.
But the matter is going back. Where I highlighted, you can read that he's pleading with us because if it goes on, then we lose again. Then it means it's going to be double cost. But if we go there and we win, then we'll be on. Marys were never heard about this matter. But the fact of the matter, let's just go straight to the conference itself.
Yes.
The conference of the PAC, when you call it in terms of the constitution, this is the constitution of the PAC. You can check on top there, 5.10.
Okay, minutes of the previous conference.
The president must open the conference.
Okay.
Then in the closed session, the president must give report.
Yes, your political report.
Yes.
Okay.
And after the president is the Secretary General.
His organizational report.
After Secretary General is the Treasurer.
Financial
after the Treasurer
report.
is the National Organizer. That never happened in the PAC conference that they held there. You can see their
program.
Their program.
Okay.
Their program has only the presidency. We should open, stroke the National Disciplinary Chairperson. Something that is new in the PAC, that the National Disciplinary Chairperson can open or address the members when opening the conference.
Who opened the conference, Mr.
Mr. Zedu? Mr. Mpeti cannot come to the studio and complain about what transpired in the conference. The conference of the PAC consisted of the delegates from the branches, and it proceeded. Is out of order to come to the studio or to go anywhere outside the conference of the PAC and complain. If you want to complain, you must complain there. I mean, what transpired there is for the conference of the PAC. It's up to the delegates. I mean, the agenda is there. The conference was convened in terms of the concern of the PAC. Therefore, it's not an issue.
Who opened the conference?
Who opened the conference? The chairperson of the
PAC.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not true. The conference members debated who should open the conference. Mr. Moloto and Mr. Fisher, because they had whatever they had, they did not want me to open it until they were defeated that I must open it. Myself and the deputy president agreed that the deputy president is going to address the members during the opening. And I stood up, I said, Mr. Deputy President is going to address you. Then when he stood up to open the conference, to address them, members howled at him. They said, no, you cannot do it. Then there was a veteran, Ndate Mangawan from Eastern Cape,
yes,
who was trying to bring us together. Then they forced me to say, I must just declare that the conference is officially open. I refused. I said, no. The deputy president must address you first. After he addressed you, then I will say...
but Mr. Moloto, why was the president not allowed to address conference?
Okay, leading to that, this particular conference, this is not correct that it's not allowed. I once again brought these photos.
You are bringing evidence, Mr. Moloto.
I'm bringing evidence.
Yeah.
Who's standing there?
It's an APLA veteran.
Is Mr. Mpeti being allowed? Huh? That is him.
No, but it doesn't look like he's being allowed. There's an argument ensuing.
That is with his bodyguards. I mean, the people who are holding him, I understand one of that bodyguard was here in the studio saying to be the spokesperson of the PAC. That is not the spokesperson of the PAC. That is his bodyguard.
This gentleman here.
Yeah. The people who are restraining him, because somehow for some reason he was spirited, just screaming at the delegates instead of opening the conference. But nevertheless, that is not an issue. An issue is that we went to the conference of the PAC. It took place, and he was there throughout the 2 days of the conference. He was there throughout the elections. He never objected. Even when he was given an opportunity, he did not stand up and say, look, I don't recognize this conference, and I'm not part of it.
Why didn't you do that, Mr. Mpete?
I was never given any opportunity to speak there. He knows very well. I was never given any opportunity.
But why
can
are you denying
can
your
I
president
explain,
to speak?
Can I explain this thing?
Yes.
What happened after that? Yes, you can see that agenda there. There I've written with a hand. Members in the closed session, they said, can we have the agenda that will be in line with the PAC constitution?
Yes.
Then they forced that the presidential report, the treasurer and the national organizer must be included. Then the House agreed. When we were supposed to start, I was supposed to be the first to speak, to give report.
Yes.
Then he insisted that he should be the first. Then he continued because he took those branches to that conference. Then everybody was for him.
But how did he take branches to conference?
No, what I'm saying, he took ghost branches to the conference.
Yeah, I'm talking about the ghost branches.
I'll give you an example. In Mpumalanga, most of the people that were coming from Mpumalanga, they registered 140 delegates from one municipality, which is Dr. Moroka. And we only got 500 votes in that particular municipality, which means now they were claiming to have 2,800 members. Why didn't we get those votes on the 7th of May?
No, but you can't be the one to say that. You know that you've got a whole lot more members as the PAC who did not even go out to vote for the PAC.
I'm talking about a municipality where you don't have problems.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, after he refused that I stand up, he gave the report.
Okay, Mr. Mpete, let me do this. I want us to just move on a bit to deal with the issues of the finances, because that's what caused you to suspend him. Correct?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break for now. When we return, let's look at this subject. Please don't go away.
SABC, sharing 20 years of inspiration. SABC, sharing 20 years of inspiration.
Welcome back. You're still watching Question Time. I guess today, Mr. Narius Moloto, the Secretary of the PAC, and Mr. Mpete, who's also the President of the PAC. Mr. Mpete, you still remain the President of the PAC?
Till to death.
Okay. No, but it can't be till to death. I mean, it should be till the next conference.
Till to death.
Okay. All right. So, when is your conference?
The conference that is organized under 14.2 at laws will be held at the UJ on the 13th to the 16th of December 2014. That is an inclusive conference, whereby all branches, members who left the PAC, even some of the parties that left, I'll give an example, PAM, they'll be attending that conference.
Okay. All right. Tell me why you expelled Mr. Moloto.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's not a joke.
Well, you suspended him first and then expelled him? Or
Yeah,
what happened?
you see, the thing is we need to respect each other here. What happened after I invoked the decree on the 30th of July 2014?
That's 14, right?
Yes. And Dademoloto organized an agent meeting. He called NEC members to come and discuss the decree. On that day, on the 3rd of August, only 4 members of the NEC were present. I'm talking about members elected at Butterworth. Because even if we go to court, they recognize only those who were elected at Butterworth.
Yes.
It was himself, his deputy, Ndate Matlala, and Joan Clove. Then they decided that I must be charged because I brought the party into disrepute. I was charged. Then they said I must go to the DC on the 16th of August. I attended that DC. When I attended that DC, I was invited by the DC chairperson, Tate Dlamini. Then when I arrived then, Tate Dlamini was not there. Members of the DC were unknown to me. Then they said, do you understand your charges? I said, I do understand. Then they wanted to proceed. I stopped them.
Okay. Now, I just want us to quickly get to the point where you then suspend your Secretary General.
Then I wrote a letter of suspension to him that he suspended, which he defied. Then he was called by the DC chairperson to Val Technicon, which he did not attend, and then they proceeded in his absence.
Yeah, no, we
Then
have that information.
they recommended that he be expelled from the party. Then I wrote the letter to him on the 1st of September to say he is expelled. He has the right to appeal to the conference that will be held on the 13th to the 16th at UJ.
Okay.
That thing is like that. He's expelled under 14.2.
Okay.
Yes.
Look, there's nothing called. In the first place, let me correct something here. The constitution of the PAC, in terms of clause 7.1 and 811,
Yes.
the authority of the PAC is with the NEC. The National Executive Committee of the PAC is the supreme authority of the PAC in between the conferences. Yes, not the president.
No, but
In terms of I'll come to deal with that. In the constitution of the PAC, the president has no power, no authority to act alone.
Which clause did you use, Mr. Mbeki?
I used 14.2 of the disciplinary code of the PAC. I think it's page 39.
Okay.
The reason why I used that, which in fact I'm not even accountable to anyone, I'm answerable to the conference on the 13th. But if I can show you this thing, where Dademoloto sent a memo to me, where he said it is important to note once that the quorum is not attained. You understand? So Ndadem Patle left with many people. So when we were meeting, we couldn't form a quorum. He even said we are now at 20%. 80% have left for various reasons, best known to them.
Ndademoloto.
Understand?
14.2 says.
Read point 14.1. 14.2 is informed by 14.1.
There is no such. Each clause is independent in the constitution.
It's the disciplinary code. It's not of the constitution of the PAC.
No,
I want
fine.
you to note that.
Right.
But
14.1 says.
Yes.
This means that we're talking democratic centralism
exactly.
here, right? This means that the power of directing the PAC is centralized in the NEC, which acts through the presidency, who wields unquestioned powers I'm
not wielding anything. He wields that power. Go on.
Continue.
Okay. Who wields unquestioned powers as long as he acts within the grounds laid by the decisions of the organization, which must have been democratically arrived at. Right?
They democratically arrived at by the NEC. It means
a centralization of directive and executive implementation of a decision. If PAC wants to forge ahead, it must adopt and carry out this principle with firmness and thoroughness. Now, 14.2, which he used, the president shall have emergency powers, which he may delegate to suspend the entire constitution of the PAC so as to ensure that the movement by decree and is answerable for his actions to the National Conference or National Congress.
That's correct.
Now, why are you separating 14.1 from 14.2?
14.1 state clearly that the decision must be democratically arrived at. By who? By the NEC. 14.1 clarify with no uncertain term that the power is centralized in the NEC, that once it reaches a decision, it then directs the president. It's the president is now implementing their decision.
Okay.
So this, Mr. Page, at that time, anyway, this matter is academic in any event. He went alone in MLO at his house. And that's not how this particular clause is being operationalized.
If I'm answerable to the NEC, the conscience says I'm answerable to the Conference or Congress.
Okay,
I'm not answerable to Moloto.
Okay.
And two, what he must understand is that he said the NEC is at 20%.
Okay.
Their decisions are unconstitutional, illegitimate, unlawful, and ultra-vires. How can I go to something that is dead?
Okay. Did Mr. Moloto embezzle funds?
I did not use that word. I said he was wrongfully used the money.
Okay.
What happened? I registered the party. I paid 605,000.
What do you
mean
mean by
I? My money. I registered the PAC.
The PAC didn't have money?
We did not have money.
Okay.
I raised money 3 hours before the closing date, the closing time. Then we lost in 9 provinces. The money that was paid back to the PAC is 200,000.
Okay.
And at that time, I did not have signing powers in the account. He was signing with an employee, Owen Grove. Myself and the acting treasurer did not have signing powers.
Okay.
So I remember even me and the acting treasurer and Owen going to his office to say, I'm asking for that money.
Okay. Did you say, Banna, I will pay for the PAC? When time comes for you to pay back the money, you will pay me back?
Yes, I mean, I was assisting the party because, if you go to the elections, you know that you will win or you'll get better votes and then your money will come back.
Okay.
But the only money that came back was 200,000.
Okay, fine.
And he wrongfully used that money for what I don't know.
What did you use the money
this
for?
This man accuses me wrongfully here. In the first place, is misleading, is lying here. The information which was, I think, emailed to your office will come later. He has always, at all material times, been a signatory in that account. We proved to him. These are some of the allegations he presented before court.
Okay.
We did prove to him that he was a signatory all the time.
All right.
And now he cannot come. The department, the finance department.
I was not.
I'll bring.
It is unfortunate
that
that money is mine and I did not get it back.
This information,
and I want it
this
even
information
now.
is talking
and secondly,
about.
I'm still going to charge him for going to Parliament and take 430,000. That is for constituency and parliamentary support.
Okay.
When I arrived there, I was surprised when the financial director told me that the money has been taken. He did send his deputy there. They took 430,000 without me. He said he's the general secretary, he's the accounting officer. Why on earth can the general secretary be the accounting officer? Yeah? It's what he did. He is ruling by de facto decree. It's what he's doing. He is PAC alone. And I'm not going to allow that to happen under my leadership.
Okay.
He must forget it.
Okay.
To forget it's no longer
must
leader of
forget
the
it.
PAC.
Okay.
But
We need to take a break.
Yes.
We'll come back.
SABC, sharing 20 years of inspiration.
Please take note of the following changes. Xhosa and Zulu News bulletins will now be broadcast at 10 p.m, followed by Sesotho News at 10:30 p.m. Siswati and Ndebele News will be at 11 p.m. and the Tsonga and Venda News bulletins at 11:30 p.m. Stay tuned to the SABC News channel.
SABC, sharing 20 years of inspiration.
Welcome back. You're still watching Question Time. My guest today is Narius Moloto and Alton Mpeti, both from the PAC. Now, gentlemen, there seem to be quite a lot that needs to be sorted out here. Now, Mr. Moloto, when are you paying back the money?
I haven't taken it. He took it. The information, the breakdown of that money, which is here. It shows exactly he's the only beneficiary from that money.
But is this money? He says?
And that money is, look, I don't deal, my office doesn't deal with money.
No,
I'm
but
the
you're
Secretary General.
Yeah, you should be
there
administering.
is a finance department, there is a financial officer, and the information that will be brought to you. And
Yes.
he must come here and answer again. He shows first that he has been the signatory in that particular account, that he paid himself. I wasn't even involved. He paid himself. He signed the check in which he began to benefit it. He took 34,000 rand out of that money. Now he goes public and said, I've embezzled that money. I'll take him to clean us on that issue.
So,
but in an event,
where is the other money?
In an event.
Where is the other
event,
money? You see, it's
on
painful because this man failed to register the party. Now he's saying, I took 34,000. I'm talking about 200,000. Where is the other money? You understand? He went alone with that employee. They opened an internet banking. When they took money from Parliament, the 430,000, they did not even consult the treasurer to say...
Did you take money from...
I didn't take even a cent.
Where did this money go then?
He took the money, 430,000, where he wrote to Parliament.
Where did it go?
Now this man is talking of 400,000.
It went into PAC account, you understand? But the treasurer did not authorize a cent to go out. That is why at the end of the day, I went with the treasurer to the bank to stop the internet banking.
Okay. Did you at any point receive any money to the tune of 400,000 from Parliament?
Parliament pays money into the PAC accounts. That does not come to the Secretary General. Okay. PAC is a registered political party. Sure. It has accounts. Yeah. It accounts. Yes. We account to Parliament, we account to IEC, and we came for the first time with the clean audit, both in Parliament and in IEC.
Okay.
I mean, we operate professionally. We fill in the requisition. The money is not just going around. No. The money, let me finish. I think it's very important. The money that he took, he filled no requisition. He did nothing. He simply just go there and want to take the money of the party away. He's the worst person who can able to come and complain about money here. It's very irresponsible. But having said that, let's maybe leave that particular part a bit and go. Look, what is talking about?
Say it's irresponsible.
What is talking
he
about?
failed to register the party. He wanted us to beg him to pay the money when we registered there. And he's saying today I'm irresponsible. And even the seat that we got now, he wants his puppet to go there and be in the seat where I've paid 605,000.
Yeah, but Mr. Mpete, are you saying because you paid 600,000, therefore
No, I'm just saying he can't say I'm irresponsible. I'm the one who paid. He did not pay. He's talking about 34,000. Where is the difference from the 200,000? He cannot come and say, I've got whatever, something to do with the money there. Okay. He is wrong. But what I want us to go deep into this thing of the conference. Number one, he said there was this SMS. No. There was this SMS where people invited people to Pretoria that they are going to talk about the lineup. And then because they crushed him, he wrote a letter to say, no, we are not going to the elective conference. This is not an elective conference. You understand? But in his report, he was encouraging people to say the NEC must dissolve and then people must vote and AISA must be on standby to conduct elections. He was saying yesterday, he was elected in that conference, which is not true. He was not elected there. What happened? He himself was the chairperson of conducting the elections. So in other words, Moloto asked for nomination, then he appointed himself, and then he declared himself Secretary General. How can you do that? He chaired. People were voting by show of hand for the first time in the history of the PAC. This never happened. Since Muhuba took leadership in Toyando, Pegu, we use AISA. You understand? So a person must not come here. He wanted to smuggle his way out, but he will never succeed. He will never succeed. This man is the Secretary General of trade organization. Picau, it needs him full time. NACTU, it needs him full time. PAC does not even put his foot there. We must beg him and go to his office as heads. We are not going to do that.
Let me give you the final word.
This man is out of order. He can't come to the studio and complain about what transpired in the conference. having sat there without standing up, and that's democratic process. He's complaining about the lobbying that the members are entitled to lobby. They're entitled to debate who supposed to lead them, who's supposed not to lead them. And those issues
let me
are
wrap up
issues
this
of the
matter.
members of the PAC.
Let me wrap up this matter. Now, who's got the keys to the office?
It's
Between
me.
you.
No, it's him,
No,
because I mean, he's the
look,
one who
this
signed
man
the...
is out. He's an ordinary member of the
Who
PAC.
signed the
Now,
lease?
who's
That
representing the
whether
PAC in Parliament?
Whether he likes or not, it's still him. Yeah?
Until
because he's undergoing a disciplinary process. He's a member. He's an ordinary member in the PAC.
Okay.
He did not interdict the conference. The conference took place. He elected a leader.
Okay.
He's not a leader.
Okay.
If he has any illusion that he's a leader of the PAC, that dream will end, and it will end very soon.
Gentlemen, let me say that...
You can try it.
Okay. Okay, fine. No barrel of guns.
No, I'll wait for him. I will wait for him.
Okay.
He told me one day that he's a soldier. I'm not afraid of him.
Okay.
He was a soldier in exile, and he was a member of UDF. He was not a member of the PAC.
Okay, gentlemen, let's leave it there. I'm going to study these papers. Then perhaps
I
with
can
time...
even give me some more. There's my report. There's
all right. And then I hope that meanwhile, for the sake of this man, you will see the need to unite the Pan-Africanist Congress. That was question time for today. A big thank you to my guest and to you for watching the show. Your feedback via email, questiontime@SABC. And our Twitter handle @questiontime24. From me and the crew, have yourself a wonderful time. Goodbye.